the coming aspect right now.
Well, God bless, and I'll get off so somebody else can call in.
Well, thanks for calling in. You have a happy holiday. You have a good holiday.
You too, and and you too, Pastor Harry. Thank you. Bye.
You know, it's like it's holiday season. I don't know if people celebrate it or not, but whatever.
Well, you know, it's a good thing we did talk about Santa Claus and denounce the lie. And we said last week, Merry Last Christmas, because this could well be the Merry Last Christmas, because this does seem like the calm before the storm.
Yeah, you know, Christians need a place to go where just everybody hangs out that's not celebrating Christmas. But I got a terrible echo. We're getting ready to go on break. We'll be back right after this, folks.
From Nazareth he came. This is the Reality Radio Network on Telstar 5 Transponder 5 and on the internet at realityradionetwork.com.
Do you know where the 78 potentially active volcanoes in the U.S. are located? And do you know the locations of the top 300 prime terrorist targets? You can find these answers and more in the new interactive CD book, Prudent Places USA. With the more than 50 interactive parameters, you can pinpoint natural and man-made disaster areas, brewing environmental catastrophes, the safest cities, the best places for solar and wind energy, and much, much more. Complete with 3 gigabytes of detailed information on each of 3,000-plus counties in the U.S., including 550 high-resolution full-color maps and full-color photographs, as well as detailed information and analysis to help you zero in on the best places to live, the ideal location for cabins and vacation homes, as well as safe and unsafe areas. Get Prudent Places USA for only $29 plus shipping by calling New Millennium at 888-803-4438. That's 888-803-4438 to order on the web or at murkywater.com.
And now back to Sherry Shriner Live.
And we're back tonight. I'm Sherry Shriner with my co-host, Pastor Harry.
Hi, Sherry.
And we're just going over some stuff. I wanted to mention again how the Lord has said that although the Illuminati and the scoundrels have their plans, He has His.
That's very true.
And you know what? He's ready, folks. He's going to start revealing His plans to His people. He's already standing up. His warriors are already starting to do battle. They know who they are. They know what I'm talking about. You know, we're preparing this nation for their arrival. They're going to have one big welcome. and you know what? We don't do things. We don't fight with weapons. We have our own way of we're doing things. And you know, even though Satan is going to rule and he's going to destroy America, he doesn't have to make this his home base. We can kick him out of it. You know, right now they plan on America being their home base. And you know what, there's just too many of us that have been working too hard over the past couple of years to make sure that doesn't happen, that they have to go somewhere else.
Well, they might have to, but
you know, when they come here and they can't breathe and the air is burning them, and no matter how best they try with their little chemtrails, you know, the Lord's given us some powerful weapons to use to combat this.
Sherry?
Yeah.
You have Mary from Indiana on the phone when you're ready.
Okay. And so I encourage everybody to go to my website at tearingdownstrongholds.com and get involved with some of the things that the Lord's Army's been doing and what we're doing. He's calling people up every day to get involved with this. Hello, Mary. You can put her in.
It was Mary from Indiana. You're up, Mary.
Okay.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Mary. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. I just wanted to tell you how much I enjoy your website. It's an excellent site, and I also enjoy your streaming radio here.
Well, thank you very much. Good to hear it.
I found something on the Internet that I want to know if you know about. I found it a day or two after the U.S. Intelligence Reform Bill was in the House and the Senate, and I was shocked at some of the detail that I was reading about, and I just wondered if you know anything about it.
The Patriot Act?
Well, yeah, they call it the Patriot Act.
Yeah, I have a bunch of the points sitting here in front of me.
Okay, I have a website. Well, of course, it was from InfoWars, and I'm sure you are very aware of that. But some of the detail on it is that they're going to issue new uniformity regulations to the states requiring that all driver's licenses and birth certificates meet minimum federal standards with regard to U.S. citizen information, including biometric security provisions.
Yep.
This is not anything new to me, but it's coming, and I just think that the majority of Christians are not aware of this and will what do I want to say, go ahead and go along with this.
Well, they already have. They gave Bush the green light to do this, and the act was passed on December 8th. And he signed it in under the guise of, I need to make America more secure, and so all the Christians are going to sleep. And what he's talking about is he needs to make it more secure so the Antichrist can get here and rule.
Exactly. And what parents need to realize is that the children, when they're born, will be issued with a Social Security number that's included on their birth certificates along with their DNA biometric markers. And all birth certificates are going to be registered in a federal government database maintained by the Department of Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
And children will be able...
We're moving very quickly towards a national security card.
Oh,
absolutely.
National
identity card.
And they're saying that this, is supposed to begin in 2005, so they're going to move into that very quickly. And what they don't realize, no child would be allowed to enroll in schools, public schools, and they won't be entitled to state or federal government benefit programs without this Homeland Security registered birth certificate.
Yeah. And you know what floored me is just going through every section of that bill that Ron Paul said nobody was allowed to read, just like the First Act. Dick Cheney blackballed them all, would not allow them to read the First Act when it passed. It passed on October 7th, and the bills, the information of it wasn't even leaked until February 7th. So Congress was, told to pass this bill, you're not allowed to read it, and then the information on it doesn't even get leaked to February 7th.
And they passed it because of pressure to, quote, do something over terrorism.
And their terrorism, I don't know if you caught it in the Second Act, Pam, any crime is now a terrorist act. Any crime can be classified as terrorism. Whether that's a misdemeanor or a felony, all crimes are now considered terrorism. And so any crime that's considered, anything that's a terrorist act, it can be punished under the death penalty.
What was that other thing, Sherry, in the Patriot Act about the police can arrest anyone they want on suspicion of terrorism?
They don't have to have a reason to arrest you.
Right, and you lose all rights. You don't even have a trial.
The Supreme Court ruled in a case this week that the police do not have to have a reason to arrest you. It's a nice gesture if they do. But they don't have to have a reason to arrest you. Welcome to America, folks. Bush America.
Welcome to the coming police state. Mary,
Absolutely.
Did you see anything else in there that really shocked you?
Are you talking to me, Harry?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Another paragraph on this stated that major banks and credit card companies have applauded the adoption of a national ID system as being important to counter fraud and increasing instances of identity theft. And, that all sounds good. But listen to the next part. National ID cards with biometric markers, and keep in mind that was the last portion of technology that they were not able to perfect back around 99 or 2000 when Bill Clinton was trying to get it in. But the national ID cards with biometric markers will eliminate them from having to issue credit and debit cards, which for the first time in U.S. history has surpassed the usage of checks and cash. Utilizing the Department of Homeland Security's centralized federal database, which I believe probably is over in Brussels, Belgium, called the Beast, banks and credit card companies will only require the presentation of a citizen's driver's license to make purchases, as all the person's financial information, including credit and cash balances, will already be known in real time. In other words, they're going to combine the Homeland Security and the banking databases on citizens' balances and purchases, along with their past and present purchasing information.
Yeah, and you know what the biometric measures, security measures are? It's a retinal eye scan, and fingerprinting. Inkless fingerprinting, where you can just stick your fingerprints on a pad, and you'll be fingerprinted. And it's also that retinal eye scan.
Right, biometric is a code word for any new technology that comes along.
Yeah.
But Sherry and Mary, you're still with us, right, Mary?
Yes, I'm still on.
What I believe, I think you agree with this, Sherry, this is all setting the